How's it going, G?
I'm cool. I'm chilling. What about you? What are you saying?
Cold, tired. It's just you know that ones. I have to show up to my place of work, but just really be hanging out there.
those are always the worst ones. Like,
yeah, because time goes slow,
bro. I was like, what the fuck am I here? Like,
yeah, just like the way I could be using this time right now, especially this week that I'm trying to get organized shit. Like I like to get you to pattern some things for me because I was like, I'm wasting time being here essentially. But hey, not really wasting time to get paid for.
Yeah, you're supposed to be there.
Sorry, it feels like you're wasting time because you know you can do other things better with that time. Where you're like, yo,
but to be honest, it feels like waste of time because it's a waste of fucking time. like, especially it's like I actually don't have to be here.
Yeah.
Like, especially for the reason why you have to be there, you don't have to be there.
It's a lot of things. We say this. It's performative.
Oh,
you're like, you're showing faces. Like, yeah, all good. That's it.
Bro.
How you doing? How you been though?
Bro, man, I'm tired, fam.
Oh, we're back.
No,
Dave is watching this again. Dave
no, because you know what?
Get some sleep, Dej.
I was like this morning, yeah. So last night I slept probably around like maybe just like after 12, which is early as fuck for me.
Actually, yeah, that is early.
I wake up around 9ish. I kind of open my eyes, look around. No, it wasn't even like 9. It was like 7ish or something like that. Wake up, open my eyes, say, fuck this, I'm going back to sleep. Go back to sleep, and I wake up and I'm confused. You know, you just wake up like, what the fuck is going on?
What happened to the time right now?
Look for my phone. It's 1 o'clock.
So those sleep slaps though. The ones that you those 3 hours that you don't know you slept for 3 hours sometimes slap longer than interrupted. Interrupted. What's the word when you've been
interrupted?
Yeah. 6 hours. When you've been interrupted over like the 6 hours, it doesn't slap as much as like the 3 hours and you just conk out and you wake up saliva there. Like, what's going on?
You wake up with lines on your body and shit.
Yo, and you've only slept for like 2 hours as well.
No, it's actually crazy. What about you? How have you been?
I've been chilling, man. Not really. Just trying to pattern out this party, and that's it. Really, I'm one thing at a time. Like you know me, I don't really try to take on too many things all at the same time. We try to pattern something, some event. Had to charge that. Man. Had to charge that. For
yeah, no, like for those that know, we already know we're trying to do something, but it just, bro. You know when something just life is just saying that this isn't happening.
This isn't happening right now.
Like, because the thing is, usually all of this would have been a smooth process.
Yeah.
We'd have been selling tickets by now.
Yeah, exactly. But again, I think we'll have our end of year catch up as we always do. But for right now, anyways, I think we've had a solid year. If I was to like for the scale we are, for what we have able to kind of push on from, we've definitely been able to push on from last year. What we did. So
to us last year, the only thing that we really had going for us was consistency.
But to be fair, that's really what we wanted to add.
Yeah,
we wanted to make sure that we're here every week. We wanted that to be the key factor of last year. And then this year we're like, all right, build the foundation of consistency. Even it was like 2 weeks we didn't see each other, and we're like, I haven't seen you in ages because of the consistency that we've built doing this thing.
Oh, actually, shout out Influencer Life.
Chef Max. This is Chef Max.
Chef Max. Shout out to Chef Max, man. Hook the boys up with some food.
Nice though.
And this is the thing, yeah. If you know me, you know I love fucking oxtail. Oxtail is my thing. It was sweet. I'm not gonna lie.
Jollof was smoky. The chicken was nice.
Chicken was laying.
Yeah, my missus ate all the plantain. I don't like plantain anyway, so.
Wait. Hold on. You don't like plantain? What the fuck is wrong with you?
I don't really like sweet food.
What is wrong with you? Everybody loves plantain.
But the thing is, with plantain, I know I'm wrong.
Okay, you know what?
If everybody likes it except for me, I can't be the one that's right. If everybody's telling you, no, this thing slaps, I'm not going to be stubborn to be like, yeah, everybody I've ever met from that says plantain is nice, I'm the one that's saying it's not, so I'm the one that's right. I know I'm the wrong one.
Because I hate avocado,
and
I refuse to believe that. I refuse to believe that people genuinely like it. So I feel like it's one of those hipster things that people pretend to like.
Yeah.
Because it's us.
There's so many things that like you're saying. When do we stop pretending that we are like this?
Yeah, 100%.
Sushi.
No.
Everybody, can we stop
slaps.
acting?
Sushi slaps.
You're pretending. Can we stop acting that we're like malt? Let's all stop
wait. You know what? I'm convinced you just have shit taste buds.
Yeah, probably.
Because malt slaps.
Nah, man, that's devil's piss.
Sushi slaps.
Raw fish.
What's your point? It slaps. Because I was like you. I was uneducated like you before.
This guy.
Then I saw the light.
What sushi did you go to be like, actually, this is nice?
What's it called? It was like a... I can't remember what it's called.
You only have to eat high-end sushi now, that like because that's when you saw the light, so you can't go back down.
The sushi I was eating wasn't like crazy high end, so
Okay.
like I'm not gonna just grab. To be honest, I'm not that well versed on sushi. I just know that from that place I was ordering from, I like that one.
Do you cover it in soy sauce though?
Nah, not all the time, no.
Yeah, you actually like sushi.
Yeah, bro, man. Like, what's called? Because I was like, you know what? Let me actually just try like the raw pieces of like salmon.
Do you have any food that you like that you think that like most people won't like, but you think it's class? So what's something universally people are like, nah, that's mank, but you like it?
Before it used to be amala, but since I don't know when abula became a thing, now everyone loves it. Well, there's a dish that my mom makes. It's like ekokore. Not a lot of people know about it, but I can see why people don't like it. But I fuck with it heavy.
Yeah, no, I don't.
What about you?
I don't think I have any. If I say this, I'll say it's Congolese. Do you mans do rice and noodle?
Right? No, Jesus Christ. Wait. Wait. Break this down for me, please.
Do you know when you make rice in a rice cooker and it's so hot?
Yeah.
It's essentially rice pudding. And then when it's so hot, you take it and then you put sugar and you put noodle and you mix it. It all melts inside the rice.
Yeah.
So then you consume it. It's like cheap rice pudding. Like, you know when it only slaps when the rice is hot.
Okay.
Because everything melts into the rice and it becomes like.
See, the thing is, right?
Tasty thing.
On one level, I actually want to just like, what the fuck are you eating? On another level, when I was younger, I used to actually have rice pudding, but now at my big age, the thought of it is just makes me feel gag.
I don't do it anymore because it'll shame me in my house if I do it.
When are we going to talk about getting you help in your own house?
Just shame me in my house. I have to do it in silence. You go to bed, yeah?
Yeah. Well, you sleep. You know when it was you have to go into the room. I just creak the door open to check if she's asleep. Okay, yeah.
No, I used to do it bears when I was in my mom's gaff, but now I just don't.
Now you have shame.
It's not that I have shame, but I miss it. I miss our rice pudding days. But I actually want to talk to you.
Wait. We did finish it with Chef Max. Shout out.
Oh yes, sure. We just diverted.
Yeah. No, we appreciate the food, and honestly, it actually did slap. It
was good.
It genuinely did slap. So man, you guys hit her up.
Yeah.
Her Instagram will be here.
Will it?
What?
Will it?
Yeah. Okay. Her Instagram will be here. I'll make sure it's here. But yeah, no, shout out to her. Guys, order your food from her.
Yeah.
I know I'm definitely going back to get some oxtail.
She has some content ideas that maybe we might be part of. Keep an eye out.
Yeah, bro. She was chefing up with people in the kitchen. I can chef it up, Wait, can you cook?
Yeah, I can't. I can't cook the like.
Because is the needle and rice your that's your go-to dish, yeah?
Any rice dish, any stir-fry dish. I can't make like, when you tell me like the very strong African dishes.
Like what?
You don't know madisu? It's just beans. That's what they mean in Lingala. Madisu. Just beans. I could have just said beans.
Man wanted it to sound gourmet. He said madisu.
It just means beans. Pondu.
I know what pondu is.
Yeah, I can't cook all of that. But if you tell me to whip up like what's that thing? That creamy pasta Alfredo with chicken and shrimp. Class. If you tell me to do a nice stir fry, egg fried rice, spicy egg fried rice.
Okay, so you can't cook. You just can't cook.
Oh yeah, if my missus left, I can't cook like traditional dishes.
Yeah.
Because shout out Noella. Noella used to do home ec in school, and every time I'll be at her house and she'd be chefing it up, and I'd be like low key, like yo, I need to know this because I was at that stage where my mom really stopped cooking. She'll cook and she'll bulk cook, put in the freezer. But every day I don't want to eat this pondu, man. Yeah. I've had pondu 2 days in a row, but she's not cooking again for the week. Yeah, so you gotta figure it out.
You eat that or you cook something else for yourself.
The ingredients are there. If you want something else, go cook something else. So I'd be going to Noella's gaff, and then Noella's chefing it up. So I had to she'd be like, no, you need to teach me how to do this. I can make a chili con carne, a chicken curry, all those mundili dishes. Like I can make those. Put a bit of egg fried rice. I can do pasta dishes. I can do egg fried stir fries. All that. That's calm. That's literally most of it's oil. But it's a life skill though.
Yeah.
But can you cook the hard dishes, like the African dishes?
I haven't in ages. Like, you know what? Something that I know the concept of how to cook it, and I could probably cook it if I tried, but it's jollof rice. I'm more of a fried rice person, so I've just never really cooked jollof rice, but I know the steps to do it.
I know that's a content thing that we could do.
Oh yeah, I'm smoking you.
Everybody cooks something.
Even forget about everyone else. Me versus you, I'm smoking you in a cook-off.
In a cook, nah, man.
100%.
What are we cooking?
Whatever you want to cook, we could do whatever you want to cook.
We do.
Wait, are we doing the same dish or different dishes?
Same dish.
Same dish.
You know, like Hello Fresh sponsors. You know how 90s babies they went to the kitchen and all cook the same dish. No, they cook different dishes.
No, they cook different dishes.
Also, you cook your best dish, I'll cook my best dish, and then we'll see who slaps more.
Okay, the thing is, what are the points gonna be for? Like, because obviously, taste, obviously, presentation is creativity. Does creativity count? Because if you come out with a spaghetti bolognese, I'm gonna be like, come on.
Yeah. I'll come spaghetti, but put those green things on it.
Put parsley.
I saw Whitney from Love Island, Lorcan cooked her that spaghetti bolognese, and he just put those green things. I'm like, why does it look nicer?
Presentation. No. Yeah, well,
I don't think you'll smoke me. I haven't cooked as much lately because like I said, when I was in my gaff, some days you had to because you're not gonna eat blossing up under every day. So I had to mix it up. But now kind of like Timmy will both cook. And to be fair, her mom and my mom love giving us food. Here, take stew. Here, take pandu. Put it in your freezer. But and then we'll do like a pasta or fried rice. But I don't really be cooking like that anymore.
Yeah, to be honest, like,
I need to run it back.
I can cook, but I just don't bother most of the time. But I can.
So how do you eat? Do you cook yourself or?
If I'm bothered, I'll cook. Take out or my mom cooks. The thing about my mom cooks really quickly. Yeah. So like she'll just go in the kitchen, chef it up, and she's out, and she'll cook in big batches as well. Exactly. So it's like
you bulk it up.
And sometimes if I'm not home, like just whatever. Like if I need to cook, I'll cook. Do you get what I'm saying? Or like sometimes like I'll buy things that are quick meals. So it's like I don't have to be in there for ages. Like I can just throw some noodles together, throw this together, throw rice together, whatever. Do you get what I'm saying?
How do you do it though? Do you clean as you go or clean after?
I used to clean after, which is hard, but now I clean as I go.
Yeah, I try my best to clean as you go, but sometimes I get rid of things I need. Like, I was like, fuck, I could have just used that. Like, I'm double jobbing because I'm like, oh, okay, put that away. Then I need it again because I didn't think in advance that I'll need a chopping block for this one again, so I bring it back.
No. Yeah, who's going to judge? Who are we going to get to judge?
That's it. Chef Max.
We have to have more than one judge.
Yeah, more than one judge. We need a panel of 3. That's...
To be honest, I vote for Simi to be a judge because she's a hater for you, and she'll give me some extra points.
I was gonna say no because she will definitely just say, yeah, your one is no. You could have done this better because you can ask her when she used to come over.
We have to do blind taste. Blind tasting.
Yeah, that's actually a blind tasting. We don't know who cooks what.
Yeah.
But then if I go to the pasta thing, she'll know it's me. Because she knows that's
she's seen it so much.
She's seen me do it with like, and then I add like pepper. Oh, it makes it spicy. Class.
Yeah, cool. I'm ready to run it. We'll do this. We'll do this properly.
These are the type of things that humans have to look forward to in 2024 when we opened up the new YouTube channel. Not new. Love Culture Shop, love the boys, but charge it, migrating. Our own very own YouTube channel because we want to start adding content to that thing as well. We want to give you different types of content, like we're saying the cook-off. We're going to do album reviews. We might do series reviews. I know you guys come here and we talk about things on the pod, but we might have like a separate segment where we react to even TV series or we react to memes and we react to TikTok. So we're going to try our best in 2024 to kind of branch out and not just be a podcast, but be a content space, you know, and try to add people to that as well. That's kind of the plan for 2024. Love Culture Shop, though. Comment, like, and subscribe here still.
Make sure you like, share, comment, subscribe, everything. Tell a friend.
Tell a friend. We're going over to our YouTube channel.
While we're here, we got some fucking merch. We got t-shirts, we got hoodies, we got tote bags. T-shirts 25, hoodies 40, tote bags 10, or you can get the whole clean sweep for €70. Yeah. And it's beautiful quality and it's beautiful. So if you want any of that, hit me up, hit Jordan up, or hit up the page. Just get in contact with us, innit?
There you go. I saw something today on the timeline, and I guess this is like not today, sorry, this week anyways. This is like a washed topic, and it's a topic, and so the nuance of it, it's always like, I see it's about interracial dating. It's like, I think Zizi Mills tweeted, it's a different reason for white black men date white women to white black women date white men. She says it's a different reason. Now, to her point, 15 years ago, black men ruined it for themselves. They couldn't get with a white girl without bashing black women. They just couldn't. For some reason, if they saw that they got with a white girl, they had to let everybody know that they don't fuck with black women. Oh, God. And especially, in particularly, dark-skinned black women. Because then, so because of that narrative has carried on until today. The conversation is still happening on the timeline. So I wanted to ask you, Dej, do you? Because I tweeted, and the perception sometimes I get is when a black man is dating a white woman, it's because they're not attracted to black women, or it's rooted in self-hate. And then when it's the other way around, when it's a black woman dating a white man, it's like, oh, they did her dirty, blah, blah, so she's going to do the cycles, they'll treat her better, this is what she wanted. So these are the narratives out here. Social media is fake. You can't believe what you hear there. Because when you see real life, I've seen so many weddings, I've seen oimbos and black, everybody's dating everybody in real life. Do you think it is different though when black men are dating the other way around?
Honestly, I don't know, like some of the situations that I've heard of and seen, it's just, there was a stereotype. Oh, that's the word I'm looking for. There was a stereotype. Yeah. So it's not on me. There was a stereotype that white women were just easier to deal with. Not easier to deal with, easier to get with. Yeah. So that's why a lot of guys were like, especially when they were young and horny, it was just like, I'm just trying to run through as many things as possible. Yeah. And this is the path of least resistance. Yeah. Do you get what I'm saying? Yeah. But I actually don't know. Yeah. Like, I'm not gonna lie to you, I actually just don't know.
Because my boy, I don't want to bait out his name. He said, like, to echo that point, he said, when you're 15 to 20, and this is when the niggas really for themselves, because they could have just done what they wanted to do without bashing black girls, and I think that's really what fucked it up. Because it is the path of least resistance, because we have sisters, and we know our sisters were like, stay in the house. There was more sneaking around. It was a bit more difficult to, you're young and horny. You want to touch breasts. You want lips. And now you're trying to hide from this auntie. You're trying to hide from that auntie. The girl is never outside. So you're like, these girls they allow me in the house. They tell me, you gotta stay in the second or the sitting room.
You come to the house, hey Brian.
So you're greeting them and then you're bouncing. But then you get older. That was the part of least when you're younger. But when you get older and you're actually looking for like a connection, someone that understands you, someone that understands your upbringing, someone that might understand you better as a person, the part of least resistance then is the black woman, because they get it more, like they get what it is like to be black in this world, and I'm gonna have black kids, so like what would make my life easier and give me more peace growing up? What is the part of least resistance at this stage of my life? Think of someone who's dealt with both. It was never a thing of like, I don't like this side, so I'm picking that side. I like who likes me. If this person if this person was attractive and she was vibing and she was on it, I'm on it. So sometimes I see the narrative, I'm like, I don't see it as much now. I don't see black men. I have friends out dating white women. I don't see them bashing black women now that they're dating white. I see it less so now, definitely. So, but I wonder if this still happens among 16-year-olds.
No, but you say you see it less so now. I still see tweets of like, oh, what's called, because even when ZZ tweeted that, obviously started the conversation again. People being like, we get white men because they're just quieter.
Is that like were those in the comments?
I saw tweets, bro. Jeez. Like what's called? It's just like the stereotype once again is that it's just that what's called. They're just more. They're just easier to deal with. Do you get what I'm saying? And once again, I don't know about all those situations. Yeah. And like I guess to each their own, innit? Like I don't know why that is the.
I never find one less easier to do. Women have headaches whatever
regardless of race.
Again, that's my experience. So, I get when you say it like that, how the narrative, even if that's your personal experience, you found that dealing with whoever's tweeting that, their personal experience could genuinely be different dealing with white women easier, whatever that means. But saying it sounds mad.
Yeah, but
that sounds crazy. Because what are you saying? Like, what is it are you saying by easier? Yeah. Like, they push back less? They're easier for you to get your way? They're easier for you to get sexual with? Like,
is it easier to manipulate?
It's easier to manipulate. So what is it exactly you saying by easier? Because to me and you, I felt like, but easier in my aspect, I married. It's like, yeah, she gets me. She gets the environment I grew up in. She gets where I come from. I don't have to constantly explain myself or explain my upbringing or explain being African. So that's easier for me, because when I was in a relationship with a white woman, being around her family and being all the time, I always felt like I was had to explain myself or explain what I'm doing or explain why I'm doing some different things. That's not easy, because constantly having to explain your being rather than just being and someone gets it. So So I guess you have to explain. We need a slightly better understanding of what easier means, because that sounds crazy. Like, what are you saying? Their headache. Even listen to the day after. One person says, if I say I prefer white women to black women, and I say why, they said I just prefer them, but they push them to say why. They say, I just prefer them because I find them more agreeable. I find them, like, it'll still sound mad. Whatever way you say it, it's not gonna sound like
but the only reason why that sounds mad is because let's dig into what you're saying. Yeah. What do you mean more agreeable? Yeah, like
they won't put like,
because what if you get with a Karen? You can't tell me she's more agreeable than
this.
You know what I'm saying? Because it's like I feel like obviously with the branding that black women get of like just outspoken, like, well, let me use the buzzwords that they use. What's called aggressive, loud, this, that. Do you get what I'm saying? If that's the PR that you're getting, and then the other PR that you're getting from white women is, oh no, she'll just shut up. Then obviously that's where you're more agreeable. Do you get what I'm saying? And to be honest, what does agreeable even mean? Does that just mean you agree with whatever I say?
And that's the thing. It's being human is like everybody's interpretation of things or definition of things. Like easier. I could say my situation. It's easier for me to date a black woman than a white woman. I've just explained why. I don't have to constantly explain my being. But if I just say, oh, black women are easier, people could interpret it and be like, what? Did you mean easier to get stuff off or easier? Like, what are you saying about the black women that is easy? But at least I get a place to explain myself. Whereas in the tweets, you're just saying the word. And you're leaving it to interpretation of me saying whatever it means. If you interpret it, I might be like, he could be like, you know what, I grew up in a white space and I was the only black person and I feel like I get along or I have a better understanding with white women. I'd be like, do you know what? As a human, I hear it. Your parents took you to live in somewhere in the country in Donegal. This is the space you grew up in. This is the environment you grew up in. You find it easier to mingle in this type. You come into Dublin and you're not really mingling with black women. I can understand that.
You see how that time it doesn't sound crazy?
Do you know what?
Because what you're saying is not crazy.
Exactly.
Do you get what I'm saying? But when you're trying to hide
the word,
no. But the thing is, if someone explained it, and that's why you like white women, like you like, it's literally you grew up like those are the people you feel comfortable around with. Like there are people that I know that grew up around white, just predominantly white people. That when they did get it back around black people, it was like they felt like an outsider, even though they were black. Do you get what I'm saying? So if you're that person and like what you've been attracted to all your years growing up and like your sexual awakening and all that was white women, and you just have a more natural affinity to white men, by all means, nobody gives a fuck. Do you get what I'm saying? It's the nigga that's coming out here saying, yeah, there's these black bitches.
Now, the other side. Your experience could literally be you were dating black men, you weren't having the best of luck with white black men, you went to dabble the other side, you got married. And you could, and like for you could be like, black women didn't treat me right. I went to white women, white men, and they treated me right. Calm, but sometimes I feel like you're putting a little caveat for actually just doing what you want to do. Just do it. Yeah. Don't put a caveat. Oh, they didn't treat me right, so I'm going to some people that treat. So then, what are you saying about the black men? They're incapable of like. Again, people obviously speak from personal experiences, but sometimes when you put out a blank statement, you're just leaving it for everybody to like for interpretation.
And you know what it is, yeah? It keeps going back to this. Like this thing of like black people are a monolith of like there's only one kind of black person. Do you get what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Like because there's all kinds of black men. There's all kinds of like there's black men that cool, you're gonna be this. Then there's guys that will treat you like, oh my god, you're glass. I need to treat you so well. No. And there's white men. I heard a story right of a girl that was dating a bunch of black guys. She's like, you know what, this is working. Let me go try the milk. She went to the milk, and then the milk did her dirty as well. But she was like, when the milk did her dirty, when the white man did her more dirty, when the white man did her dirty, it made her feel worse than when the black guys did, because she wasn't expecting it from him. See, everyone is trash. Find your trash. Find the least trash person and beg them to stop. Yeah.
At the end of the day, date this conversation we've heard it for so many years time. Even like the point I saw a point on Twitter is like even when LeBron put out his prom date and every people like getting onto the kid, like LeBron's son, put out his prom date, everybody's getting to the kid. It goes back to the point I was making earlier. Yeah, he lives in some place in Beverly Hills where he goes to a private school where all like, do you know how rich you have to be LeBron to afford this private school in the first place? So it would be predominantly white people have that money in America. Yeah. So it's predominantly around this type of people. So when he's going to prom, I get it. His mom is Savannah James. Everybody loves her. I love that tweet. They say there's only 2 good women left, me and Savannah James. I love that. But he's not a victim. It's his environment. Yeah. So he's going to be attracted to who's more in his environment. I went to the other side and I realized being in a relationship, it was tougher. I was like, not because, look, the girl was a fantastic person. Good on her. But when you're in a relationship, you're encompassing everybody that's within their lives. And that was tough. I struggled with that. I was like, I couldn't just explain myself and some of the things and about light-skinned babies and seeing like, oh, she has a black boyfriend too. And I'm like, oh god, it makes you feel like an accessory.
There's the black boyfriend narrative.
Yeah,
I remember there was one person that like apparently what's called was a black guy dating a white girl, and she was very my black boyfriend all the time, and it was just like he used to rub people the wrong way. It's like. Why are you talking like about him like he's a handbag or something?
The situation, I remember I told you this. I think when I was in that relationship, one day we were chilling and she goes like, "Oh, I went to." She said, "I went to Tesco. I saw a white girl and she had a black boyfriend too." And you're kind of like,
You know what I mean? Like,
it's kind of those things you're kind of like, yeah.
see, it's something like that. I could
There's
do
moments
it,
in a
man.
relationship you're like, this is probably not gonna work.
But you know what though? Like, I've heard enough man them say what's called. I've heard enough guys say, yeah, like I'll do all this with the white girl, but I'm still gonna marry a black girl at the end of the day.
Because they know that's the least path of least resistance when I want to build a life. When I'm trying to smash, I'm trying to do all that thing. You know, we both know someone mutual that have said that to us. It's like when I'm trying to build life for the long run, I need someone that's gonna get it without me explaining. Like I'm in a cross-cultural marriage, so there's different cultures, and so sometimes when she brings stuff from her culture and I bring stuff from my culture, there's a quicker understanding because she's like, you know what, this is what me and her are both firstborn, and we're both the firstborn that are married. So a lot is trying to like be imposed on us to keep the culture going because they understand the cross culture. But she gets it, I get it. So there's very little pushback between the two of us because you immediately understand. But if you're dating someone that's not African, it's tougher.
Question: when you have kids,
Yeah,
how are you gonna teach them Lingala?
I'm gonna speak, and my parents are gonna speak to the kid.
Oh yeah, and you live like 10 minutes. You live like 15 minutes. From
Yeah. So I told my parents when that time comes, when they're around, only French and Lingala to the kid. I can speak Lingala, I can speak French. The Yoruba side,
Look, that's up to them, man.
that's up to you. Because when I pick up the phone now and talk to my mom, I talk in French and Lingala. So for her, I was like, yeah.
I think that's sick, to be honest.
Yeah, but look, again, I had the advantage of also being in a Congolese church where I get to hear Lingala and French every week being preached, like being spoken around. So I'm always constantly in that environment where I don't know if I can create the same environment on a weekly basis. Yeah. Do you know, like that kind of way? Because I don't know if I'll be going to a Congolese church like I once did. And even the churches in Jordan, they preach in English because obviously Nigerian churches, different tribes of Nigeria, you can't just preach in Yoruba. What the Igbo people got to do when they come there. Whereas in Congo, everybody speaks Lingala kind of thing.
That makes so much more sense.
Yeah, everybody. So if you come to church, everybody speaks Lingala kind of situation.
But what was I going to talk to you about? I saw something I can't remember now.
Yeah, because I think you sent it to me, but it deleted by the time I got it.
Oh, that was because I thought the guest was going to be here.
Oh, okay.
Actually, no, fuck yeah, let's talk about it. Anyways, it was Adiola Patron and I can't remember, Miriam or something like that. They have a podcast called Pressed, and they were talking about.
Oh shit! They literally went to the box. Sorry.
Every time something serious was happening. Yeah. So essentially, actually, fuck that. Have you seen all this girl math stuff?
Some of it makes sense. I literally saw a girl at work. We're having breakfast and she did it. She was like, so I bought a 500 screen TV. I bought a new TV, but because I had a 500 euro voucher and the TV was like 1,000 euro, I kind of made 300 euro. I was like, she literally did it in front of me, and all I could think was girl math.
Some of them are fucking hilarious. Some of them are like, I've seen it happen in front of me, and it's just like,
what's one math that you do and you try to equate it?
What's going? Don't worry, we'll get there. So now on Twitter, I've been seeing what's boy math.
Yeah.
The boy math ones are just, let me just read.
Some of the boy math ones, they're just slandering us.
Oh,
just taking a piss.
Boy math is raising 3 pit bulls instead of 1 child. Wait, I go for it. Boy math is knowing everything about their favorite rapper and not knowing that their kid is allergic to nuts.
Why, leave us alone?
What's going? Then it went a step further. What is black math?
That's all the one about timing.
I didn't see that one. What's good? This white guy tweeted paying $1,900 for 3 bottles of liquor on the couch and calling it fun.
The white guy. Oh my god. They're laughing at us outside. Jeez. One girl said, boy bat is cheating the whole entire relationship, and as soon as she texts a nigga, you want to kill yourself. Now she a hoe and you don't trust bitches. How do you know that? That's facts to me.
That's 1 + 1 = 2.
Why she think that's slander? I can cheat this entire relationship, but you can't text anyone.
Oh, don't kill me. What's called? Black math. Taking the meat out of the freezer 2 minutes before your mom gets home, even though she asked you 2 hours ago.
Using the fucking kettle to frosty.
Nobody knows that, bro. The anxiety that's going through your body right there.
I think like when it's my time to have kids, I'm gonna stay on the phone until they do it.
Oh, tell them to do it rather than the phone.
Yeah. Yo, no, go do it now. No, pause that game. Go do it now because if I hang up and say I'll do it in 5 minutes, nope. I don't care who you're playing. I don't care if you're playing Speed or Kaisenat online. You're pausing that game until you go take out the TV out the fridge.
Oh no, that's actually hilarious.
Now,
Why? You should call me and ask me to do it, and I'd say yeah, cool, I'll do it, and I just hang up the phone and just forget.
Exactly. The minute you say, yeah, let me just do this first. Like even yesterday, obviously I put the episodes up on Spotify. Like 3 times I was like, yeah, I'll put the episode up. Yeah, but it was like 10 o'clock. I was like, I haven't put that episode. Like it's something when that thought comes to your head, you just have to do it then. Because I would have slept, woke up in the middle of the night, never put the episode on Spotify. So, but yeah, everybody does it.
If you had a problem, if there was beef, and you had to call one of your boys, who you calling?
I'm running back Taiwo.
Okay.
I have to.
Now, what's called, because I saw this thing, I was on TikTok or whatever, and this podcast, it was 3 guys. It's like, call your boy, tell him that I need you, no questions asked. We're gonna fuck some people up, and you can never ask about it, and see if they're done.
My boys are too. My boys will definitely ask questions. I actually have no boys. That's
you know the ones like, where are we going? Who is it? What did they do?
The thing is, my boys are too old. They're much older now with too much at stake. Like I have boys that are like married, they have houses, they just can't come out and smoke because you're on smoke. They'll tell this is not that time has gone.
Nah, you know what? I don't.
You still have boys like that?
I don't. Okay, this is the thing. It's not that I don't think that they will come out and smoke. They will come out and smoke. However, why am I coming out?
That's what you said. No questions asked.
Yeah,
that's the thing. Like, I don't have a boys that I can tell them to come, essentially risk your life and don't ask me anything. Not anymore.
Actually, you know what? I feel like 2 of my boys. If I ask,
they'll back it.
If I ask, they'll back it.
I'll have to ask you what time. Is it between 6 and 10?
No, wait, hold on.
Where are we going?
You know the ones like, well, I got the baby.
Yeah. How much is this going to inconvenience me?
Did you get what I mean?
Right now? Nah. I don't think I have boys like that anymore. I don't.
Yeah. See, this is why I'm kind of like, even sometimes, you know, when people get into beef.
Yeah.
And it's like, first of all, I'm not going to get angry every time I see you. Like, I just don't have that in me, number one. And number 2, I can't just, yo, boys, blah, 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 madness, come. It's not happening like that.
Yeah, they like even talking about beef. It would have to be madness for us to have beef with someone. Like honestly, to have like that, I can't go. If I go there and the person's it's on site, we're gonna have to scrap or something's gonna have to pop off. There's no way.
Yeah, because at that point, I'm not trying to scrap you.
Yeah, beef is not enjoyable.
No, the thing is, yeah, I've never understood fighting because cool, we fight and I fuck you up. But I don't feel like that will satisfy me.
Yeah.
Like, if I need to get mine back, I feel like I need to hurt you, like, deeply.
Yeah. The thing is, it's like when the parents used to beat us and then start talking to us, the physical pain, you'd be like, 10 minutes later, you're over it. When they give you a good talking to a good lecture, you start deep in your whole life. Yeah. You can't even enjoy game anymore. Like,
yeah, but that's because, when you're younger, it didn't work on you. I'm disappointed you didn't really...
Yeah, so can I go play FIFA?
You get what I'm saying? Like, oh, wait, so I got away with it. But when you're older, it's like you actually start to care about, you start learning respect and everything. Yeah. I'm disappointed you. Oh,
what age did your mom start beating?
Oh, I want to say the last time I got sorry, it was very when I was like 13.
Yeah, 14, I think mine was like 12.
But you know what it is, yeah? I feel like it just took her a while to clock that this isn't doing anything anymore. Yeah, like I was a big enough kid. Yeah. So like by the time that
you have to change your methods. It's mad when you could see it in their face. Oh, you became like a boxer. You know when they say like boxing, you're trying to get their timing and trying to see how when you could see it in their face, they'll talk, they'll get closer, you look at their eyes and okay, slap is coming. Dodge. Like you've got the timing right and that is get triggered.
You can't dodge clean. You have to let them hit you. Because if you dodge clean, they know they didn't hit you. But if they hit you, it's like,
oh, mommy. You beat me.
Yeah, you know when you're a kid as well, it's like, because I remember, like I said, primary school, I was a bad kid. I remember one time I got in trouble at school, and I was like, oh, this is fucking annoying. And I think I didn't want them to send the letter home. So as soon as she sent me out of class, I started bawling my eyes out. And she's like, she just looked at me and she wasn't having it. So I was like, oh fuck, man.
This guy, he just again.
Look, man, it's the Holy Mary. It's the Hail Mary. You have to try it.
Oh man, those letters in your journal, man. God, I try to always go to the next week so my dad tries because then they make you sign the journals weekly. Did you guys do that? You have to get your journal signed every week.
This is the thing. what my plan when I was in primary school is I get my mom to sign once and then I forge everything off of that signature. Do you get what I'm saying? So like in primary school when you get detention, in my school anyways, you get detention, they give you a slip home to sign to get signed. So that was always my stencil, slap it on and then go to class and give it to them. I got away with it most of the time.
Do you know our kids won't be able to get away without you know? Because now I know that if you're in secondary school, your year head or your tutor or whatever would like your journal to be checked weekly because they put notes in there. I don't, but now I guess no, they don't do that anymore. That's all they just email my dad. Like my sister's 14, they just email him everything. They just email my dad.
Like, I remember when in my school we got swipe cards. So like you have to swipe into school, which oh my god. So if you don't swipe in that day, your parents get a text.
Yeah. Same with some of those. Same with those.
Yeah.
Name would just forget to swipe in. And like Nate, I always say his name's a low-key nerd. So he was in school. He liked the subjects he picked. He liked like technology and engineering. So every time he gets that text, he doesn't even get in trouble for not being in school because mother's like, nah, you're in school.
Like, you ain't going nowhere else.
Yeah, you were in school. So why are you not swiping and they're texting me? Because that makes me something about parents about optics. Now I look irresponsible. I know you were in school, so why are you not? Why are you just not swiping in?
Yeah, but to be honest, there's an easy way around that.
What do you mean?
If I write a letter and then sign it as my parent and just be like, oh, I got a new number. Here's my new number. I put my number.
I put your
number and give it to them.
That's
that's why I feel like everyone gets smarter. Do you get what I'm saying? So kids are gonna find different loopholes.
Different way. But if you're a teacher, you'd be like, right, I'm gonna call this old number first. Let's make sure that your dad's number has actually changed.
Okay, but the thing is, if you call it and he like you're not what time are you calling? Right, because I might be at work.
Yeah.
So if he doesn't pick up all those times, he's at work, and then you send him a text.
Yeah.
And I text you back as it's fine.
No, I'm saying that because you said you changed the number. It like call the original number.
Oh, call the original.
Yeah, before obviously don't take a kid's word for it. But I changed my number. Oh, my dad changed his number by the way.
You know what it is, yeah. You know what it is, yeah. I feel like sometimes teachers have too many students to actually give a fuck.
Yeah, that's true. Oh, did it? Yeah, because I'll be like, just check the WhatsApp picture. You check the WhatsApp picture, and it's just students. You're like, this guy, man. So no, he loves me. Put me on this picture. That's what it is. But again, like we're saying, kids will find a way around.
Yeah,
they know it's their system. They'll know how to manipulate.
Bro, you always find a way around it. Like, oh my god, I remember the time I got caught. I got caught in the most stupid way as well, right?
Caught Mitchin?
No, not caught Mitchin. What's called when I forged my own signature for something.
Oh, okay.
I was in 3rd class, and that year, I don't know what was happening. I was a little tyrant that year. But the thing is, yeah, I was never the loudmouth in class. I'm a person that's causing havoc, but I'm being quiet about it. Do you get what I'm saying? So I was beside the teacher for like majority of the year, and this I can't remember. I think I got a letter for something. I went home, did my thing, forged it, gave it to the teacher. In the morning, she looked at it. She said, "Calm." My mom never came to the school. Like, she's too busy. She has other shit to be doing. Yeah. This day, I forget my lunch or something, and she comes to my class, knocks on the door, it's giving me my lunch. Calm. I take everything. I grab my lunch. Calm. Get out of here, mom. Miss, did you see this? Did you see this? And she brings the letter. Mom was like, I didn't see this. I got in so much trouble. It's like, what are the chances the one day?
That's something. That's it. It is the one day that they come. You're like, why? And you start blaming yourself. Like, if I only didn't forget my lunch. I'm gonna leave my lunch beside the door every day now. So you start thinking of plans that you never get caught. Man. Did you ever Mitch though?
You know what it is, yeah. A lot of times I had nowhere to Mitch too.
Yeah.
But the closest thing that I really did was, during sports day, we didn't need to be in school.
Yeah.
So we just hop over the gate, go to the other school, play football, chill. And like even sometimes we'd have because we had a stadium kind of a thing beside our school. So when the boys from our school are playing GA, you could go there. So we just go to town and just go do whatever the fuck we want to do, and then we come back eventually, or just not come back.
I missed twice actually.
To do what?
Both times because of girl.
Of course.
One time I went to the library and I was just being young and horny is so dumb. Yeah, you feel like I'm just chilling with girl. But in the library, you're not even doing anything. You're just chilling.
You bitch to go to the library
with gal. You forgot that part.
You went to a mixed school. You would have been wearing.
Yeah, but now you're in there.
Yeah, okay.
You know that one time I was told, hey, my mom was traveling. You know, like back. Your mom traveled back, and she's like, hey, my mom is traveling. Nobody in the gaff now because all the other siblings are obviously in school as well. So
you got somewhere to go.
I did the calculation of what time it will take me to get home, and I was like, I told my parents I was in like, nah. When I say so much of my decisions when I was young was based on football and girl, I'm not joking. It's like, how can I play football but also say girl at the same time? That's why when I make all these dick jokes, I'm like, I know what I am.
I know what I am.
Bro,
you're such a typical nigga, man.
Oh man. No, it got me in trouble later on. I had to be like, all right, the love for girl needs to die now. I need to learn to behave now.
Yeah, I was getting played them times, I didn't really have.
Getting played how?
I said I wasn't really getting played.
You weren't getting played. No,
Yeah.
I was. It's never been. It's never been like not in the league. Like I'm not saying I was out here getting bitches, but it's never been an issue.
He said it might not have been multiple, but I always had one.
Low key facts. High key facts. From like the age of 13 to now.
He said I'm consistent.
The dry period I had was even personal, and I regret it. I regret the dry period that because I was turning down things because I like, nah, let me wait it out. Let me wait. She might want to spin the block and I want to be available.
Oh, was this when you were chopping breakfast?
Yeah. So let me wait. She might want to spin the block and I want to be available. I want to add anybody else to the picture and after that situation and cause more chaos. 9 months just chilling. Then I deep. I was like, wait.
Wait, am I a dickhead?
She's getting her back blown now. Nah, I'm just here chilling. She's getting her back blown now.
She's getting her back blown out.
You have to be vulgar with yourself because if you're like, oh, she has someone that loves them, it's not gonna be as much. You have to think of like, wait, the male ego has pain. You have to be like, wait, she's getting her back blown out,
and I'm here like a prick.
I'm here like a prick, just waiting for her to spin the block. Nah, man, need to be back. I need to be back outside.
You totoxic, man. You toxic.
Hey, I used to. I started.
Wait, to be honest,
I don't want to.
Like it took you 9 months, bro. It wouldn't take me 9 months to get
there. Did you be like, what am I doing this shit for? I remember the exact moment I had that realization as well. I was working in the kitchen in the catering company I worked for. Just like one of those afternoon shifts was just me in, and I just was dipping. I was like, damn, these girls are all like trying, and that's the period that you saw me like go on bare dates because I had that realization. Oh! I had that realization. I was like, much sense now. I need to be back outside here playing.
Nah, my closest thing to that would be like back when I was like in uni and me and this person I was seeing at the time went through a little thing, yeah, and that's when I realized I was toxic. Because for me, I was like, I need a distraction. Let me go chat to things.
But hey, people say that's toxic, but sometimes it's about faking it till you make it. I might not be all right now, but if I keep doing this, I'm gonna be all right without even noticing that I've stopped trying to think about that thing. And that's that's how I stopped chopping breakfast. Because you keep doing, and one day you notice you haven't deeped that thing in a minute. You're like, oh yeah. It's because that you are intentional about it. Whether it's toxic, whatever. But sometimes you do have to be intentional about things to get progression. You have to be intentional about going to the gym. You have to. So if I want to get over this certain thing, I have to be intentional. I don't know.
I've got some new things I'm intentional about.
Can we ask like what?
No. Nah,
hobbies.
It's like going gym.
Okay.
What's called?
That's crazy.
Just focus. Like I keep saying, focusing on myself.
You've been saying this for all year.
Yeah, and I look at the year we've had. Have we not been improving, going from strength to strength?
Forget the pod. Is it about you? Have you been improving, going from strength to strength?
If I improve, the pod improves it.
You can only give your best. If the fuck, you know what, Dej? I hear it. No. On the real though, all of this working on yourself. 2024, are you back outside? Are you chilling? Or
what does back outside mean?
I don't know. I don't know because it's different. When you're 23, you have energy to be outside, events, girl. You're trying to chat. You're chatting to 4 things. Next year you'll be 29. Are you kind of monitoring like let me take it slow and just be myself?
I've never been the guy to be chatting to like 4 or 5 things at once.
Yeah, same.
Because you were doing it on the timeline.
God,
that's how. So context.
Oh God, I was a wild boy.
Now, as me and Jordan are getting to know each other better, I've known Jordan for a long time, but we weren't boys. So he's always been in the vicinity. So I would see him tweeting recklessly and shit like that. And it's not until now, like 6 years later, that I'm getting context. So there was a year, Jordan was on madness. Jordan was on madness on the timeline. He just everything. Like, he just...
One of your colleagues in Navan even told me to pull up once.
There's a few people told you to pull up.
I'm not anymore. I changed man, word to be humble. I'm a changed man.
No, that's hilarious. That's actually hilarious.
But that's what it was. That's literally the context. I just deeped. I was like, I'm a prick.
Yeah.
Can't backload and I'm here just chopping breakfast. And I ran the thing. I was outside.
That's why they say like there's what's called. There's no more dangerous than the freshly single man or woman.
Yeah. Especially women.
Yeah.
Have you ever dealt with a freshly single?
Did I? Crossroads.
You have to stop here. This guy is so silly.
What? Remember what you just said after the point. I'll tell you.
Okay. I won't forget that one. I did it once. Freshly single. Me too. I was on smoke. Another person in the picture. I was like, calm. She's even like there's someone else on her side. I was like, calm. I'll just be a side thing. She wanted to dead the other situation. I was like, brother, don't make this more than it is right now, man.
Like I want to play my role. Let me play my role in peace. Like I just want to come to work, put in my shift, and go home.
Right now, I'm not a franchise player. I am not your LeBron James. I'm Austin Reeves. I just shoot threes and I bounce. You want me to be LeBron all of a sudden? Nah, man. I can't carry that burden. That
I feel like I've had a situation where someone became freshly single and hit me up, but then it just never materialized. But yeah, and the other ones, I don't think I knew about their freshly singleness at the time. But that's between them and their God.
Do you know ever dealt with freshly single? She runs the block on you, then goes back to where she was, and you're kind of like, oh,
yeah,
you got what you wanted.
Yeah, funnily enough, right?
Nah, sometimes I forget these mics are on.
No, this one I can say because it was years ago and she's married now.
Glory be to God.
Glory be to God.
She's married now.
Anyway, so this girl I'm talking to, yeah, we're chatting now, and we finally meet, we talk, we do whatever, and then like I go link her, and then I'm leaving, so she's like, walk me to the bus stop or whatever. And as we were walking to the bus stop, she goes, "Dejj, I have to tell you something." And I was like, "Come." These times, yeah, I was using humor as my way to get out of situations, and like certain things I just wasn't expecting. So she, you know, when someone jokingly addresses something with you, so because you're not being serious, I'm not gonna be serious either. What if I told you like I was engaged? I said, okay, like she's like, yeah, and then she kept making a joke of it, but she was being serious. It's like, yeah, and I was like, because I knew that she had like a long-term boyfriend for a while. I just assumed that they broke up. After we have our little situation and it just kind of fizzles out after that day, I think because she wasn't taking me seriously, because I wasn't taking her seriously, she just kind of deaded it. All of a sudden, her boyfriend pops up. And I was like, I don't know if you were on a break. I don't know if you guys were together.
Is that the boyfriend she's married to?
Yeah.
All right.
And you know what now, yeah? Because I didn't know who he was before. Then I found out who he was. And then I found out one day I went to go link her with like friends and shit. And he was there. And I'm just like...
Was he giving you any energy?
No. It was like, oh, what's good? He was spotted everybody. Just like introduce myself and whatever.
In this life, after God, fear women. I keep telling it. Did you not see that stat this week?
What's that?
Over 25% of paternity tests in Nigeria, you're not the father. That's over a quarter. That's more than 1 in 4.
But see, this is the thing, right? Because there was a time I was asking, why is it offensive to ask for a paternity test?
It shouldn't be. I think in some instances it should be compulsory. If you have nothing to hide, like if because some men you're paying like you're getting bamboozled.
Yeah, because nobody because we always talk about it, it's like yes, like why would I do that? But nobody expects that they're gonna do like. Exactly. Do you get what I'm saying? Like there's a reason why you're raising this because you thought it was your kid.
And then there's situations that I know where a girl was stuck with, it could be 2, and she wanna put it on the guy that was ideal. To have a kid with, like the guy that was like, you know what, he's serious, he works, he can provide. She wanted to put it on, to put it on that guy, but turns out like it wasn't. It was the other guy.
I had a situation like that too.
Yeah,
to be honest. And
from that point of view, I get it. I get what if you are going to undertake this responsibility where you want security and safety. I understand. They're human. People are human. People will lead towards the sides of safety and how to protect themselves. It's like, what is a flight or flight? Most people like, you know, what can I do to survive in this situation? So I do understand. And that's why I'm kind of like, it should be compulsory because a human being is capable of saying, I'm doing what's best for me, and what's best for me is to put it on this guy. You know? So
yeah, no, I hear that, but still, like, bro.
I know.
Like, come on. What about my feelings?
But that's what I'm saying. We're innately selfish.
Yeah.
So it's not even about your feelings. Like, when a woman has a kid, they can't work. They have to take time off. So when that happens, you're kind of looking at your situation. You're like, fuck this guy's feelings. I'm thinking about me right now. And what's best for the kid is if that guy's a dad.
100%.
Yeah.
If men could do that, that number would be higher than that. 100%.
That's, back in the days, and it happens less now because I get so surprised now when I hear about deadbeats because I'm like, I thought that generation was over that. We're gonna be there for our kids. I get more surprised now when I hear about deadbeats. Like our dad's generation, I hear it. Our generation, you're still doing deadbeat. That's you, bro.
But the thing is, our dad's generation probably said that about the other generation.
Yeah, that's true.
It's a cycle.
Yeah, that's true. Because I was watching a vlog with Simi and she was like, a woman was on holiday with her daughter. She's talking about how the dad's deadbeat. It's even the mother-in-law, like not mother-in-law, but the guy's mother that provides for the kids. I'm like, you are insane.
Yeah, definitely. Oh shit!
Crazy.
Actually, this woman came on TikTok and she was talking about how what's called. She had a baby with this guy. The guy's a deadbeat. She didn't even release the guy's identity or whatever.
Oh yeah, baby number 6.
Yeah. Then what's called? Then the baby daddy comes out, and then 6 of the baby mamas come out.
Do you know what? I was looking at some of those 6 baby mamas. They're like, shout out you, bruv. These women are just letting you bust it. Like, how are you convinced? The guy wasn't even that good looking. The one that made it famous is the one that was talking about the man in Atlanta, the original one.
Yeah.
Kind of cute. I was looking, and then I looked at him. I was like, It's like, how you pulling this out? I guess
That's a guy you don't need to be cute.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that was literally what I guess. Because if you make her laugh, make her feel, if you know your play, have money, be funny.
Mm-hmm. Once you figure out what works for you, and you stick in your lane, and you don't try to be something that you're not.
Yeah.
More time.
Yeah, but
you'll attract what
back on that topic though, would you ask for paternity?
A part of me wants to say yes, but you also do understand. Like,
you have to understand. If you ask and you're wrong, you have to put up like that backlash.
Bro, you're getting constant. Oh yeah, the kid's girl. He thought you were.
But there are circumstances I think you'd have to say if you're in a rocky patch or things weren't going as well, or you ended up smashing. You know what? People are humans. Like you're not really getting see it, you end up smashing. You're about to break off the relationship anyways. You thought this would be the end. I understand being like, I don't know, we weren't really communicating the best. I don't know what you were doing in your free time. You're going to work out things. Like I understand that more in that situation where I would definitely ask. If the things were not the best and all of a sudden you're pregnant, I'd be like, okay, I need to know, even if it is.
Yeah.
I need to know.
See, the thing is like, if you're not in a relationship with a person, that's easy to ask. Mm-hmm. Do you get what I'm saying? Like it's an understandable ask. But if it's like your wife, it's like,
yeah, but some marriages are dead end marriages though. You're married, but you might as well not be in a relationship.
But the thing is like, in that situation, it's easier to see why you could ask.
That's what I'm saying,
but what if it's like your marriage it's just your marriage? Like, let's even say you guys had a little rough patch for 6 months, and then it's like she's like, you guys talk about it. I didn't do anything. Are you still asking?
Again, it's circumstantial. It depends on what the rough patch entailed. Because if it was maybe a financial rough patch, okay, maybe it was like the spark is gone. Mm-hmm. Do you know them when the spark is gone, the spark isn't there anymore? How do I know you weren't looking for that spark?
Have you ever been in a situation where the spark died?
Died, no.
Or the spark was just gone?
Nah, not really. No, it's always the way I look at it is like things evolve and you have to adapt to the evolution of what it is. Because I don't think you can maintain that spark in month 1 and have it in year 5.
Oh no, chance.
It's a different type of spark. Maybe it's like we can sit here, watch this show, watch this movie, drink our wine, laugh and talk about it, and then just laugh. And that's a different type of spark. Mm-hmm. It's not like you're sitting across the in the room, but you're just like, oh, the minute we leave here, you're even texting, let's go to the car, and you beat and you come back. That's different. I know you've done it. That's different. There's one day you're just like, you're watching a piece of content, you're laughing, you're enjoying each other's company. That's a different type of spark. But I've never got to the thing where it's like there's nothing. Like right now, like Timmy and I be watching YouTube vlogs, things, just talking about it, laughing at it, giving commentary. I like that. It's like that's my homie still. Yeah. But like year 1, it's like, yo, pull up here, stop pulling. You're doing different things. What about you?
So you're still learning everything. Nah, I don't feel like I've been in a situation where the spark died. It's more, it might have, like you said, transformed into something else.
Yeah.
It might be a different thing that.
But people freak out when that something else isn't what it was at the start because they think that's the thing it always has to be.
Yeah, but I feel like if it's your first long-term thing, you're gonna feel that way. Yeah. Because like apparently there's like a 2-year hump. Yeah. So after year 2, things just start getting a bit rocky. So, but most times it's just like, things aren't always gonna feel the same way it has, and like the whole, you know, when you just kind of you get used to each other
Exactly.
and like understanding that now you're gonna have to laugh at that story that you've heard 10 times.
Give it again with the guy, yeah.
Yeah, you know, I'm gonna let you tell it. I'm gonna let you have your little moment.
Because sometimes, like, say, I've heard criticisms about Three Shots. It's like, oh, it's the stories are repetitive. We've heard the stories again. I'm like, yeah, they are potting every week for 7 years. They're going to repeat stories. They've only lived that one life. So obviously, if you've been a listener for 7 years, you can be like, yeah, I've heard that story loads of time. But some people only got introduced to Taste the Truth, the R&B thing. They're hearing the stories.
This
for the first time they're hearing the stories. I get it. I always find that as well. Like, are we gonna get stuck in that hump where people are like, oh, they're telling that story again that we've heard on episode 4, but this is episode 204. Like, we've definitely got new people here that have not heard this story before.
Yeah, and it's just like even because that was something with our live show Charges that was kind of like, yeah, cool. First one banger.
Yeah.
Second one banger. Third one banger. How many more bangers have I lived through? Like, how many more banging stories do I really have to pop out like that? Do you get what I'm saying?
Exactly. Like, comedians go on the road and do 50 shows doing the same jokes. Like, they don't. I was actually disappointed when I found out they just do the same set every time. Because I remember.
You thought it was fresh every single time.
I remember watching Kevin Hart. I was like, oh, he's so funny. Then I watched the special when it came out on Netflix. I was like, wait. I've saw that every single time. But it makes sense though. Like, after they did, I was like, oh yeah, you're crafting 1 hour long bits. You're not gonna go every fucking night and just. I thought stand up comedy was just you're on the mic and you just be funny. Like, I didn't see that. I was like, oh, they're crafted bits, ideas, and you work them out and you condense them into an hour long special. I just thought, give this guy a mic. The first time I saw Kevin Hart was telling this joke about my mama told me to tell you. I thought this is what he does. He just comes and tells funny stories.
He's a funny guy
every night. This is who he is.
But I think that's why it's so hard, like, for musicians and shit. Like, you spent your whole life trying, like, you literally spent your whole life writing your first album, but then it's like you've told all this. What's your next one going to be?
What's your name? And you start talking about the life you're living now over the last 2 years, but you're new to this life.
Do you get what I mean?
So what are you talking about? Is just I'm making money, and this is.
You actually have to go out there and live life. Yeah, I think, like, have new experiences to speak about and all that, especially with the stand-up people.
Yeah. Let me ask you this then, like, with musicians, because I feel like some take long breaks and it works for them.
Yeah.
But some people, I think you have to ride away from momentum. Like, Kendrick can fuck off for 2-3 years, come back, and we're all there. I don't think everybody has like that sauce. Like, I don't think a Rowdy Rich could have just stopped for 3 years and come back. I guess maybe that the box was big enough, but to listen to
it wasn't
exactly to give me a whole album, a Rowdy Rich album after 4 years. I found this about Irish rappers or artists that I've seen. Some of them did have that momentum for like 8 weeks when they're dropping a project, and they just stopped releasing for like the rest of the year, another 2. I'm like, brother, we don't care about you enough. Not even in a negative way, because if we stop recording for 3 weeks, I know people don't care about us enough to wait for 3 weeks.
100%.
So I was like, we don't care about you enough that you can go away for 3 weeks, for the whole year and 2 years, whatever, and then just come back. Like, I've seen artists do class promo runs, fucking listening parties. They're about to drop a project. I'm like, yo, this is deadly. Then they drop the project. After that, silent. For like, but do you think they should be more consistent, or do you think they actually need to go and live life a bit?
I think it depends. It depends what we listen to you for. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, certain people, I don't care about your albums, but I listen to you on a feature. Do you get what I'm saying? And if you keep constantly drop features and you're constantly in my face, that's what I want from you. But with like a Kendrick, you can forgive him for going away for 2 years because it's like your first album, masterpiece. Second album, masterpiece. Some people.
Damn, it's still good.
Third album,
even
masterpiece. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, anomaly.
So you need but it depends. Like, once again, it goes. What do we want you for? Like Drake, I don't think Drake can take 2 years without us hearing from him. Because granted, I do enjoy Drake projects, but we're here for. I need a banger from you. I need a winter banger. I need a summer banger. I need this. And even if you don't drop your own song, come out, give us a quick verse. Let that live for the next 6 months. Come out. Do you get what I'm saying?
I hear that, but I'm talking about like on the level that we are seeing, because I've seen it. I don't want to debate anybody else, but like, there's 2 people I can probably tell you off that I've known that, like, oh, they were pushing on, and then it goes silent, and I'm kind of thinking like, yo, should have rode that wave a little bit, because it's like us doing the Fortune episode, for example, and then after that, I've been like, you know what, let's sit on this and not release for a month and a podcast episode. It's kind of like people are going to be like, yo, that's when you should have been riding that wave of you have eyes on you. Finally, you have to keep putting things out.
Okay, are you saying after they just drop a project?
Yeah, they just go away for.
Maybe they dropped the project too early. Because like, even look at someone like. like I should care for it when he first came, single album.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying? So it's like you keep being out in our face, and then I also feel like as well, it's about your album rollout doesn't stop when your album drops.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying? Like, okay, where are we seeing you next? Do you get what I'm saying? Like, maybe save some pods for before the album comes out, some pods for like a month after it comes out, or then maybe
And
see
then
if you can have a feature lined up. Because I understand you don't drop a project and then a month later drop a single. It doesn't make sense. Do you get what I'm saying? It also is like, what does the music you drop, is it something that we're going to listen to for a week and then after that we don't go back to it?
Yeah. No, I hear exactly what you're saying, because you could still, the album roll like that's why you see artists will go on Jimmy Kimmel. You'll see them on Jimmy Fallon. They're still performing. Last that came out maybe 2 years ago now, but they're still using that album, whatever banger the banger was, to stay in our faces until then the next one, like City Boys, comes out and everybody's doing that dance for him now. After he rode off last for like 2 years, then it was City Boys. Because I was just thinking about it, like, I was like, I don't think, look, I'm gonna ask him, but when he's here, he probably knows better. I don't think we're at the stage where you can just where you can just go away for 2 years and not give anything, or even a year. I know Office has coming back now, and I'm very curious to see how he does, because when he had that wave of momentum, I thought he should have been like put on the pedal.
You know what it is? No music videos.
Is that what it is? Yeah.
Because you might drop a video for the single, drop the album. 2 more singles might get music videos.
Yeah.
Music video, maybe another week, another month or 2, maybe 2 months. Another music video.
That makes sense. Do you have to keep the content in our face, like Central C with Sprinter or Doja? Even the little TikToks he was doing, he just kept that going until he landed on the next banger. He did it for Doja for so long. Then Sprinter came, then he's did that for so long, and then the next one, hopefully, he'll have
and
another
because
banger.
the thing is, if Doja wasn't as big as it was, obviously then the timeline you can eat off of it like that is a lot shorter.
Yeah.
So then maybe, but then again, he has the benefit of, we care about you. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, people care about, like, Central C might have popped off more international with Doja, but he was already doing numbers. Do you get what I'm saying? So he's someone that we care about. If we care about you, we're going to look for you. But if I don't care about you, I'm not going to look for you. Like, do you get what I'm saying? Like, there's certain people that we might be personally invested in because we might have had them on a podcast or something like that.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like, oh, what's he doing? Do you get what I'm saying? But like, even like, okay, like, look at Jafaris. Jafaris went away for God knows how long.
Yeah.
And people would always be like, where's Jafaris?
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying? Apart from if you see him. If you see him, it doesn't count because you're seeing him in front of you.
Yeah.
But
we said it for years, like, how's he dropping new music? But the back of that point, though, I was listening to If I Speak, and Simba was saying a lot of young rappers come in there and they have no idea who, like, they don't know who he is. And, like, we know who he is because that was, like, the first album from our community that were like, yo, this is a solid piece. Like, it's an Irish classic for us, definitely. Like, Stride is an Irish classic for us, definitely. But Simba was then alluding to the point, like, a lot of artists come in there and they're like, who, like, they don't know who he is in a way. And is that a factor of also stepping back? I know he's talked about it so many times that he unintentionally made that album, and when he's trying to be intentional about music, he found himself like frustrated. I know, like, he's mentioned that. But then you have this new wave of rappers that we're seeing that are coming in. They're like one of the best one of the people responsible for one of the best albums we've had. They are not really too clued in about him.
Yeah, but also the thing is, like, were they clued in when he was popping?
Probably.
Do you get what I'm saying? Because the thing is, like, when did you really start loving music?
Yeah.
And then deciding that I want to do this. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, when did you really stop tapping into just the bait music that you're seeing online, or like obviously it's different for them because they've got like everything's at their fingertips, Apple Music, Spotify, and for us it was MTV Base and all those channels and shit like that.
Times have changed.
So times have changed, but like, if you weren't paying attention to that stuff, then
you won't know about it.
Do you get what I'm saying? Like, and also, if I hadn't have been in such a small country where I've met him and know that that's what he does, and maybe like we follow, like I'm friends, I might be friends with someone that he knows on Facebook. People are sharing this, so that's why I'm aware of it. Yeah. If you weren't there for those times,
I hear that exactly. That's what I'm saying. But if you weren't there for those times and he did your thing, music videos, you could have rode that wave, and even the people that weren't there for that time, by the time they're coming into it, you're still riding the wave of JLOL. Every other day he's posting still songs from Shades of Yellow, his performances, his some type of content from that. So even in 2 years' time, if he's still posting that content, the 16-year-old that they know him then is meeting him at 18, still pushing that content. Whereas I feel some people stop completely, and I don't know if they have that luxury yet. Like, I don't know if you have the luxury to just stop for 2 years.
Has that luxury yet?
Officer might prove that he has. Like, we'll see how the album does.
Yeah, but
We'll see.
when I say it has the luxury, like obviously on a smaller scale, it's calm.
Yeah.
Like, do you get what I'm saying? But there's gonna be a lot of people that it's like the officer has fans.
Yeah.
So people care about him. Do you get what I'm saying? Like he already has a big base of people that care about him. Do you get what I'm saying? Like I'll even say I'm one of the people that's like I've been waiting for.
Yeah, I'm anticipating this.
I've been anticipating it before he even announced it. Like remember we'd always be like,
we need a body award.
we need a body award.
We
Do
need
you
a
get what I'm
body
saying?
award,
So he has people that actually are paying attention and care.
Yeah, fair enough.
A lot of people don't like if you're like he has a large amount of people, a substantial amount of people. Whether it's 1,000 people, 5,000, 10,000, whatever amount of people, do you get what I'm saying? Like he's solidified himself that he has people that. But for some people that the amount of people that care is 10 people and they all know you.
Yeah.
You
And
don't
to
have that
your
luxury.
point though, to that music video point that you made, he still gave us like Odi Dan Dan. Then he still gave us like the Fumes engineer thing. So still give us little nuggets to be like, I still want to care.
And-
but the people I'm thinking about, I'll tell you off. There's been nothing. Like there's
And
no,
bro,
there's just nothing.
Bro, to this day, I still see Fumes the engineer clips.
Yeah,
I see my-
yeah,
oh,
yeah.
it still comes up on my.
I get it.
do
There's
you know
still
what I'm
something there to keep you ticking until you. Because even that song he did, that dedication song that he's doing in Drada,
Yeah.
like those kind of things, just to keep you ticking until. Because I understand what you're saying.
Yeah, and then even also this year as well, he had that show in Jordan as well. Like, it doesn't always have to be music.
I guess, not the luxury. You don't have the luxury to be completely silent. It doesn't have to be a complete project. But you still have to give us. It's a content era. Like I've mentioned about Central C, still giving us nuggets of content. I still said about JLOL. He still posts. I have to see Eye Candy live someday. He still posts like things that he's performing. That'll keep you okay. He's still giving us content based on Shades of Yellow.
He literally reminds me that he does music every day.
Yeah.
And that's I feel like that's the best way to do it. Like
that's a good point. Because the people I'm thinking, they don't. There's nothing like musically or anything to remind you like, oh, I do music. So it's easy, I'm looking at it from afar. I'm kind of like, I don't think you have the luxury to just dip and come back in 2 years and people be like, this person is back. So
and when you come back, you have to then go through that whole extra thing of like I'm back and people and trying to reconnect with people that used to like you and then also new people as well. Whereas if you just kept up, you just go from.
And then sometimes when you didn't do it, the bar just might be. Now you're like if you just like if you go to the gym every day, your strength is just consistent. But if you just drop, now that's your like the weight is here, your strength is here again.
And you're trying to go gym with the same people you went gym with before.
And they're all hench now, so they're like, we've been putting in the work. Now you move the bar a bit, but.
Yeah,
that's it.
Plug intro.
Oh shit! And we're here. We are charged to the game. This is the podcast with the highest level of dance that the culture needs.
Ben.
I'm Uncle Jay, but you might call me Jordan. I'm here with.
You know, it's your girl's favorite voice, Big Dej, nigga with the Midas touch.
I'm gonna save some of these questions. I have good questions for questionnaires. That's what I do in my spare time. I think of new questions for the guests now. So I'm gonna think. I think.
You know what? I think I might start putting to some questions as well.
Yeah.
So we can hit them with because some of the questions you be giving sometimes I'm like Jordan, what the fuck are you even asking this?
Hey, so that's what it is. That's sometimes I ease them into it. But that's what when you watch the 90s baby, they cook each other for the questions. The other persons are asking, it's like, how do you expect someone to know this?
Yeah.
But my questions, you come on the pod. But I see it now. I've seen like 2 people have hit me up. Like obviously Dan from Bar for Bar, he even commented, I'll cook this quiz thing. I was people looking forward to coming on to do the quiz.
Cool. Bar for Bar, whenever you guys stop playing around, finally pull up on it.
Brother,
look,
them man's too bougie for us now.
You know?
4 times to try to get them on the pod.
You know what I'm saying? Niggas got some 4K cameras and now they know how to act.
They said it's only because Ron is light skinned. That's what you're saying in this shit. That's a cock with nigga. Right. I actually have no idea when you guys are getting this episode particularly. But it is what it is. You'll get it when you get it.
Hashtag consistency.
Do you know? And if you made it to the end of the pod and you don't like anything that we said today, you can
Charge
charge it. Thank you for listening.